Okay, welcome back to the final Return to the Zealot. What's this one called? The Devourer Below, I think? Yes, the Devourer Below. So, when we left off, I was setting up to my new, we're leveling up our characters, which thankfully Silas interrupted because I was like, oh, I'll just get an upgraded resourceful for Skids, and I realized, you know what would be better? Charisma. Just in case we get leader or something or someone else out. So yeah, so instead of buying that level 3 resource, we're gonna get level 3 charisma. And I decided, okay, what would be the next campaign after if we finish this one? What would we do? And I kind of decided, like, you know what, I enjoy playing the new ones that I haven't started yet, or I haven't played through. So we're gonna skip Carcosa because I've already played it. Not to say I'm not gonna record that campaign just right now. I just want to do things I haven't done. And the next one would be the Circle Undone, which I have played half of it, but I haven't played the other half. And I'm going to be playing some weird decks on there. So, but yeah. The setup is a little bit different here with this one. So we have more Arkham Woods. Usually there was like only 6, but now there's 4 extra ones. I didn't set up for that. So these could be the old ones or it could be the new ones. Second, we add the ghouls in and the cultists. Now, the first game I said that for the ghouls, I just had the old ghouls and new ghouls, and I just kind of put them together and draw 6. I didn't do that for the cultists on the second one. I forgot to do that. So in this one, both of them are shuffled in. Alright, so before we start, let's go ahead and figure out the tarot cards. Alright, so the good one we get is the Devil. We get 1 additional slot for each type. That's not necessarily going to be too helpful. I mean, actually, that kind of actually will helpful because I just realized Skids can have a third, can have Lita, Adventure, and Leo DeLuca all at once. So, huh. Alright, and we get Wheel of Fortune, each upside down. Which one's the upside down one? Once each act, when an investigator reveals a token, must may cancel it as a 0 instead. Once each agenda, the first time any investigators get a elder sign, they cancel it and treat it as a -5. Once an act. So, all right. Once agenda. Okay. So those auto, and that's yeah. Let's put it up here. And then put the devil right up here so it can be more consistent. Alright. Okay. So, let's go ahead and start the setup. I didn't even start put it on here yet. Blah 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 blah. Alright. Let's go back to the Night of the Zealot. Yeah, there we go. Start the Devourer Below. Put the media up. Alright. Skids is going to be the lead. Here we go. Alright.
Part 3. The Devourer Below. After a frantic nighttime search through Arkham, you've tracked down and questioned several members of the cult. Your findings are disturbing. They claim to worship a being known as Yog-Sothoth, a monstrous entity from another realm. You are able to confirm much of Lita's story. The cult is agitated over the destruction of the ghoul lair. However, a surprising detail also turns up. The one who invaded the lair and set this night's events into motion was none other than Lita Chandler herself. You're not sure why this important detail was omitted from Lita's story. Did she tell you only as much as was necessary to draw you into her conflict? But in another light, she seems to be fighting to protect the city of Arkham from a terrible menace. The final pieces of the puzzle were found written in a journal possessed by one of the cultists. It describes a dark ritual to be performed deep within the woods south of Arkham this very night. According to the journal, the ritual's completion will open a gate and bring forth the cult's dark master into this world.
If the cult is not stopped, there's a possibility that Immortal's vengeance will consume all in its path.
Frightened but determined to stop the ritual, you head into the woods.
Alright, last time we played this, we were able to stop the ritual, and Umarnoth never even showed up, which is an achievement, but we're probably not going to get it. Not this time. Alright, let's go ahead and start the music. Alright, there we go. Let's get Skids first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lucky cigarette case on the lamb. So we got Leo. But we need to get... We need to get that, try to get the, his, bow out first. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have a cult, a weapon out, so that's good. That's what we need. At least it's something. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. So we have a compass. That's going to be really helpful. Ow! Too loud. So let's see. We can evade, gain a clue, keep faith, that'll be helpful. Lucky. Alright, so let's get rid of pickpocketing, even though that could be helpful. I want her to... Well, I'm going to be setting up for... Okay, this is what we're going to do. I think we're just going to go ahead and keep what we have. I really like her ability, what she has. Alright. First act, we have 2 doom in the start because we missed 4 cultists are still around. Agenda 1, Arkham Woods. From interrogating the members of the conspiracy within Arkham, you have learned that they are performing a rite of vengeance in response to the destruction of one of their master's lairs. You have entered the woods outside of Arkham to try to stop them. The woods seems unnaturally cold and filled with a deadly silence. And I forgot to do something, and I will be right back. Let me just pause the music first. Alright, we're back. Okay, and the act. We need 6 clues. The evidence you gathered has led you in the woods south of Arkham, where you believe the ritual to summon a being called Yog-Sothoth is about to take place. Steel on your resolve, you set forth deeper into the woods, hoping to find the site of the ritual. And kind of thinking about it now, I'm thinking we really need to try to do this as fast as we can. So I'm going to have Wendy just go ahead and start just mulligan pickpocketing. Okay, manual dexterity. That's alright. Because basically what I wanted her to do is just start getting things. Alright. So. Main path. Hangman's Brook separates uptown from the woods south of Arkham. Passing over the small bridge, you follow the main path deeper into the forest. There's no clues. Main path is connected to each other wood locations. There's nothing we can do to stop them. You flee from the woods, leaving Arkham into a grisly fate. Alright. Let's start with Wendy. So we're going to pay 3. Bring out the Mariner's Compass. That's 1 action. Then we're going to play on your own for a fast action to keep faith. So we put 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Originally I was going to put pickpocket and then move, but right now we need to get clues. So let's go ahead, spend 1 action. She's going to move to one of the Arkham Woods. This is one of the old ones. Cliffside. The location investigating uses foot instead of the skill indicated by the investigation attempts. Alright, so there's 2 clues on here. So the problem, here's the thing. I'm going to use the Mariner's Compass, but I can spend 1 resource to get, it's fine now that I think about it. I was thinking, well, can I still spend it to get the +1? And yeah, we can. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to spend our 2, even though it's not going to give us a bonus. And then we're going to commit manual dexterity. And then we're going to put this at 6. So it's against 2 against our 6. So we're up by 4. We get a -1. So it means we pass. And because we were because we're poor, we get both these clues. And this goes away, and we get to draw one card. That's not bad. That's actually really good. Okay. Alright, Skids, your turn. Go ahead. Spend 3 to put out your Colt, and there's 6 ammo in here. Let's see, what else do we want to do? I guess we'll just go ahead and explore one. It's one of the old areas. Twisted Path. When you move out of this location, test book 3. If you can't, cancel the effects of the move. So we're going to be stuck here. So do we want to try to get out? Yeah, let's try to get out. So we have to test, so we're at 0 to 0, and I don't really have anything I can, at least I don't want to spend. -1, he doesn't. So he moved 1, and that's the end of his turn. He's stuck there. Alright, so, enemies phase, upkeep phase, 1, 1. Wendy, you get lockpicks, which would be helpful, and you get the lone wolf. Alright, so, one goes right here. Skids, you get an acolyte. Spawn at empty location. I'll spawn them right here. After, place 1 doom on them. And Wendy, you get young deep one. That's not good. So, we'll use that as a deep one. She takes 1 horror. I think we need to really get out of here at this point. So, Skids, you're going to go ahead and try to get out for 1 action. And we're going to use, put this to this test. Not that I'm going to get the special ability, but just hopefully win. Skull. Number of monsters, enemies in play. I think there's only 1. Is the deep one a monster? Yes, it is. So it's -1, so we passed. So we're out, and he's engaged. Quick click, it doesn't work. We're going to go ahead and punch him. Which we're at a 0. So first action. Get a +2. +2. 1. So, these goes away. And we killed the acolyte. Now we still have 1 action left, and let's just draw a card, because we need to get what we can. Alright. Wendy, first things first, we're going to have to evade. So his evade is a 3, so we're up by 1? Yeah, we're up by 1. And we're going to go ahead and commit Belly of the Beast, because we're not going to be using that anyway. So we're up by 2. Oh, we passed. So he's evaded. One to go back. Don't want to use that. And she's going to move up to this Arkham Woods for a last action. This is the other one, old one. Old house. This location is investigated using will instead of that. Alright, and there's 2 clues. 1, 2. That's the end of the turn. Alright, so monster's turn. He's tapped. Upkeep, so he gets back up. That's the end of his turn. So 1, 1. You get... So, Skids, you get Leo, and Wendy, you get track shoes. Alright. Mythos goes and breaks up. Throughout the woods, a shrieking cry echoes from somewhere deep within the forest. A score of hideous voices answers the chill, inhuman as baying the hounds, and yet articulate and repeat in a singular name: Umadoth, Umadoth, Umadoth. Shuffle the discard pile into the encounter deck and discard cards until a monster enemy, and then place 1, 2. Alright, so that's Acolyte goes back in. Discard until a monster. Grave Eater. Alright. Where are we going to put the Grave Eater? At the main path. So he's engaged with Skids. And he has 1 Doom. At the end of attacks, discard 1 hinder hand. That's fine. Alright, so Skids, you get Acolyte again, which means where are we going to put him? I guess we'll put him right here. And let's go ahead and read the next act before we continue. Agenda: Umadoth, Umadoth, Umadoth. The chant builds in intensity, echoing into the cold air of the night. Sparse clouds in the sky coalesce above the Arkham woods, blotting out the faint light of stars. Each enemy gets +1 fight and +1 evade. So he's at a 3. And he's going to be right here. We're going to put him actually right here. That's what we wanted. Alright. And Wendy, you can't play assets or events. That sucks, because I was going to do something. So that's all she has. Alright. Wendy, you're going to go ahead and do your turn. I can't play, but I can still commit, but nothing I can help is going to commit to this. Oop, did I give her 3? She was supposed to have 1. There. Alright, let's go ahead and get Skids first. Let's shoot the Grave Eater. So we're at 0 to 0. That's not good. There's nothing we can do to bring this up. Nine guns. We miss. So we're gonna shoot again. Doesn't have a retaliate. 0. Whew. So he's dead. The doom goes away. Let's see. Let's move him to this one just to see what we're dealing with. This is a new one. Wooden Bridge. After you reveal a Chaos token during an invasion attempt at this location, reveal and resolve an additional Chaos token, one once per test. Not even on a dare would you attempt to cross this rotten rickety bridge. And there's 2 on them right here. That's not so bad. Alright. Okay. And that was the end of his turn, unfortunately. Alright, so you're gonna go ahead and try to get this. And we're gonna spend 2 clue tokens, even though it's not gonna be helpful. So we're up by 2. Can we put that anymore? No. Number of monsters in play. There's 1 monster in play. So we get -1, so we pass, and we get both these tokens. Alright. Now she has 2 more actions, and do we want to grab these? She might be able to get out. Or do we want to grab those 2? Let's go ahead. Boom, boom. So we can be together. Alright, enemy's turn. Oh, and this guy gets Doom on him. He has Hunter, so he's gonna move down here. Alright, and he's gonna attack Wendy. Or try to attack her. Alright. Okay, so that's the end of their turn. We get 1, 1. Wendy, you get Nimble. That'll be helpful. Skids, you get Venture. Okay, so 1 Doom goes in. Skids, you get a Young Deep one. Oh, good, we have another one. Let's go ahead and use this. And he's going to go straight to Skids. Then we get Dreams of Rayla for Wendy. Dreams of Relay. You get -1 Insanity. What? -1 Insanity, -1 Will. Okay. Alright, so, our turn. I was hoping to put Leo out and then start shooting this guy, but we're having another one. Monsters are coming all over the place. So I could put track shoes in. Alright, this is what we're gonna do. But 1 second. Let's see who that is. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and test. First action, spend 1, so we're up by 1. Yeah, we're up by 1, and we're going to commit lockpicks, so it'll be up by 2, +1. So, and we get both these tokens. Now, let's go ahead and spend those 6 clues. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to come to advance the act deck. Scattered throughout the forest, you've seen glyphs and arcane sigils in various places, etched into the bark of trees, carved upon the faces of stone, and dripped in blood upon the ground. Though you cannot decipher these glyphs, you notice them tend to face south. Following these signs leads you to twist by twists and turns into a cave in the darkest, coldest part of the venture of the forest. As you advance, shadowy figures emerge from the trees, blocking the only path to the cave. Put the set-aside ritual site into play if it's not already into play. Alright, where did I put the ritual site? There it is. Right here, and it connects to this, and that connects to that. Search the collection of enemies cultists who got away, and put them in the main path. That's not the one. That's not the one. Where's the cults? Where did I put the cults? These aren't the cults either. Oh, no, these are the things I've killed. Where did I put that cultist? Oh, here they are. All 4 of them are on the main path. Okay, so we got Billy Cooper, Wolfman Drew, which I guess we'll use this for Wolfman. As for Cop, where are you? I'll just use this guy with the shotgun for Kim. Peter Warren, which I'll have you the walking stick, and Ruth Turner. I'll have you. Where's this girl? Ugh. The remaining cultists have followed you into the woods to try to stop you. Now they block the path to your objective. They stand ominous beneath the overhanging trees and silent signals of the night. You must defeat them or sneak by past if you gain access to the ritual site. If the investigators enter the ritual site, advance. Alright, so we need to get here. That's interesting. Shit. I was like, oh, I could put down track shoes. Oh wait, I have no money for that. So, for our next action, we'll play Scourge for supplies, which we gain something from underneath here. Do I want manual dexterity or keep faith? think it's they don't have hunted, right? They can't hunt us. No. They can't hunt us. Okay, so I think this is what we're gonna do. We're just, for her last action, instead of doing, oops, let's get my thing back. Scurry for supplies. We are gonna go ahead and just grab 2 resources. Alright. Now for Skids' turn. First action, he's going to evade, and he's going to do manual dexterity on this deep one. Oh, and he takes a hard because he spawned. He engages. If there's a monastery location, take 1 damage, so he's going to take 1 damage, and let's see, that's a -3. So he's at 6. Oh yeah, we beat it. Barely. So he's evaded. There it is. So we gain 1. Darn it. Spend 1. We're going to upgrade the cult with reliable because we're going to need to do a lot of attacks. Alright. We're going to go ahead. Actually, no. Actually, yes, because we're at a -1 right now. Okay, so I think it's best for our last action. If we can get Wendy right here, I think would be good. Which means, Skids, you're gonna have to take all of this. Let's go ahead and draw a card. Maybe something will be helpful. I was hoping for something like on the lamb, but nope, got Darren. That'll be helpful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, that's the end of our turn. 1, 1. Enemies come up. He's going to come over this way, and he is going to go straight to Wendy because the prey is the lowest strength. So Wendy gets a horror from that automatically. He gets back up. Does he also engage with Wendy? Shit. I think it does. Alright. All the other enemies stay put. Alright, so Skids, you get test will 3 for each point you fail, discard a random, or if you cannot, take 1 card. Take 1 damage. So willpower. Let's see. We're gonna go use this to be up by 1. Can she help? I don't think so, no. Auto fail. So that's a 0. So we take 3 cards from your hand. Discard 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. One of them is a Darren, I bet. Nope. Nope. Okay. Wendy, you get an Acolyte. Another Acolyte, which we'll just put him right here. And he gets a Doom. And I forgot to put a Doom in play. Shit. Had it not been that, I think we would have been able to stop it. But at this point, I don't think we can. What can we do? So, Skid's gonna have to go first. First things first, he's going to engage 1. Move him over here, which means he gets hit by another 1, and we're going to use another engage to engage this guy. That's going to hit us for 2. Then he's going to move down and engages all of these guys. But they also hit us for attack of opportunity for 2 damage, so he's at 3 health down. You have no more actions left, but it's possible for us to do anything. Actually, no. Let's not engage with let's go back and have him go this way. Engage 1, then move. So he would have 1 action left. He's going to go ahead and evade Ruth Turner. And you're going to use Darren for 1 action. So he has 1 action left. She's at 5. Again, so we're going to do Lone Wolf too. So I'm up to 3. If there's a monster at your location, take 1 damage, which there is. But we barely pass. So Ruth Turner. After Ruth is evaded, add her to the victory display. So she's been evaded and she's gone. So that's going to be helpful. Now, I could shoot someone, but none of them will really help me. If I defeat a monster with Billy, I'll actually can get rid of him, but let's evade the Wolfman. So we're up by 2 against Drew. -1. He's evaded. And that's the last of his actions, but we're going to spend 2 to evade Billy for an extra action. We're up by 2 as well. That's 3, and we take another damage. That's not good. That hurts. Alright, Wendy. You are going to go ahead and evade the deep one, who is a 3, so we're up by 1. And we're going to commit track shoes and nibble. So she's up by 3. +2. That's good. Okay, -2. So, alright, so we basically got a 0. So we won by 2. And with nibble, for each point this succeeds by, you may immediately move to a connecting location. So he's evaded, and she moves boom, boom. For only 1 action, right to the ritual site. The large central chamber of dark cavern adorned with arcane maintenance dimly lit by candlelight. Let's hopefully if we can do this. There's 4. 1, 2. At the end of the round, if there is fewer than 2 clue tokens per adventure, add clues until it has 2 clues per adventure. Can we do this? So, disrupting the ritual. The site of the cultists inside the large cavern in the dark corner of the woods. In the center of the chamber is a candlelit circle marked by roots and arcane spend 1 clue. Spend 1 clue. Oh my god. There are 2 clues per investigator. So I need to. Oh, this is impossible to do. I thought we just had to get all of these out here. Shit. If there are 2 clues per investigator on this act, advance. So we need 4 clues on that, but it's going to take a turn to put a clue on that. At the end of the round, if there are fewer than 2 clues. Alright, I guess she's going to, investigate. She's going to spend 3. Up by 2. That's an action. She's going to be up by 2. No, yeah, so she's at 6. Yeah, she's up by 3. Alright, +2. +0. Alright. Whoop. You get back in there. Alright. Grabs 2 clue tokens. She has 1 clue left. And then she's going to go ahead and use her foot test to try to put one of the clues on there. We're up by 1. -4. Nope, didn't do it, and that's the end of her turn. Alright, so, enemy's turn. Deep 1 attacks him for 1 damage, so he's at 6. This guy attacks for 2, and Skids is dead. Yep. They go all back here. And Skid died. I was hoping that she can get down here and do something, but I don't think it's going to be possible. Alright. And that sucks because there was another way to actually finish this, but I needed Skids to be alive to do it. Alright, so he gets back up and give her 1, draw 1 card, nimble again. Alright, so this all goes away because it breaks. A dark presence approaches as you are assaulted by invisible pressure that brings you to your knees. A terrible force threatens to invade your mind and soul, and your throat clenches and your eyes water as the sensation burns through you. In player order, each investigator must test Will 6. For each investigator fails, looking for a basic magnet weakness and add it to her hand. Alright, so she's actually at a -1, 3. Yeah, she's not going to do this. She got 3 against her -3, so yeah. She gets a basic madness. So where's my weaknesses? Ugh. Hypothermia. Ugh. Hypochondria. No point in doing that since. Alright. Which means a Revel's effect. She's scared of oh, I forgot to put this away. Alright. Vengeance awaits. The world begins to shift and change as the ritual nears its conclusion. The air grows chilly and the creature tire forwards is covered in a layer of rime. The trees bend unnaturally and their shadows lengthen the woods. If the investigators are on Act 1, put the set-aside ritual plate in play. If it's on Act 2 or 3, discard all enemies and spawn the set-aside Umurdoth there. So Umurdoth! When this agenda activates... Oh, so he doesn't come out until it ends. No. When this agenda advances. Wait, what? When this agenda advances. So where was I? So yeah, and now we're on this one. Okay. So he hasn't actually showed up yet. Alright. Your turn, Wendy. Well, not exactly. Alright, Rotten Remains. Test 3 will. We're at 0 to 0. +2. 0. So, yep. She doesn't worry about that. Okay. We don't have the actions to do this. So, Wendy, move 1 over here. And they're all going to go after her. And, yeah. Okay, and so they're going to go after her, and she's going to resign. There's nothing left we can do to stop them. You flee the woods. Wendy basically saw Skids cry out, and now she's just running away. And that's the end, unfortunately. That wasn't so good, but it happens. It happens. All right, so proceed to resolutions, and let's go ahead and pause the music. Each investigator will resign or defeated. Physical trauma.
If no resolution was reached, each investigator resigned or was defeated. Too frightened to face her fate, Lita flees into the night. She realizes that she has failed and Umordhoth's vengeance will pursue her wherever she goes. The creature's tendrils spread throughout the city of Arkham, searching for her. It lurks in the darkness of every corner, tugging at the seams of reality. But Lita is nowhere to be found, so the creature dwells in the shadows to this day, searching, killing. In your campaign log, record that Arkham succumbed to Umordhoth's terrible vengeance. Each surviving investigator is killed. The investigators lose.
Oh, so even though Wendy ran away, she died. So there was a couple of ways you can beat this scenario. And the return to didn't really change too much, just mostly about the woods. But this is a pretty hard scenario either way. So Umordhoth, right here, this tornado thing. Let's see if I can get a good glimpse like that. That just looks like a tornado, which I was going to use this guy as him. But basically, he's like really hard to kill. But if you control Lita Chandler, you can actually sacrifice her to Umordhoth, and Umordhoth would actually, okay, that's good. So basically, Lita actually started this whole thing, and Umordhoth is just trying to get to her. He's just killing everything in his path. So, yeah, that's the return to the Night of the Zealot. There wasn't much changed in this one, at least the last two. The first one had change of areas, which was actually pretty cool. Actually made it more of a scenario than a tutorial scenario. The second one is just more different cultists to find, which didn't really help us at all. And the third one is just a little bit more Arkham Woods. But, yeah, so the next campaign that we're going to be playing, because I'm not going to play these characters in an extra scenario. But yeah, we're going to play the Circle Undone, and we're going to be using Preston Fremont, which is a really weird rogue character who gets basically 5 resources a turn. And I'm going to play as I can't remember her name. She's from the core set. She was a waitress who slowly getting memories of her past life of a witch and starting getting spells and whatnot. I'm going to play her. And yeah, there's 2 different factions. One of which is the Silver Lodge, the other one's the Witches. So we have Preston Fremont, who's actually associated with the Silver Lounge, and we have the waitress who has a past life of a witch. So I think that's a pretty interesting dynamic in there. And I have only played it up to the Wages of Sin, but I never got farther than that. But I only really tried a true solo roll-in, and it was not good. But yeah, that's, if you want to read anything that has to do with the Circle Undone, the Dreams in the Witch House. That's there's basically a scenario that's based on that story. Brown Jenkins, oh my god. But yeah. So I'll see you next time, and we'll set up. We'll be using these as using the campaign version of this instead of using the balance rule set. So I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.